Welcome everyone to another one. I'm Thomas Hartnett, founder to 2 7-figure businesses. I'm here to share truths backed by experience. And in this one, I want to take a running deep dive jump, whatever it might be, straight into how did my first 12 months on Amazon FBA go? What were my honest results? What's my genuine opinion? And I think most importantly, is there anything I can impart and share with you that may help you have a more successful first step or two? So to begin, what is Amazon FBA? FBA is what it sounds like, the fulfillment by Amazon part. I'd say there are two parts, and this is a big one. It allows yourself or me, an entrepreneur, someone with a product, a seller essentially, to throw their inventory at Amazon. They will inbound it, they will handle it, warehouse it. They will pick, pack it, they will ship it, they will deliver it, they will handle the returns. They'll do all of the, quite frankly, very boring stuff at a cost, at a fee, typically about 15%. And the other charge they have is a referral fee of about 15%. So the second part is the fact that they have a whopping great big marketplace, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of customers that are typing away different search terms, looking for a product that could be yours on that marketplace so they can buy it, get their Prime 2-day or next day shipping. And that really is it. That's the two different elements there. It allows us sellers to congregate and join in on the action and the fun that all these consumers and buyers are getting involved in. Why is it so frequently talked about is another good question. I think it's because it's the closest thing we'll have, at least within e-commerce, to a passive income. When you've spent a lot of time, 3 to 6 months, hard work, launching and ranking your product, sustaining the listing, the review management, the inventory, the buyer seller messages, a lot of that, it's minimal in comparison. It's like the plane is up in the air, it's using less fuel, you can kind of glide it. You've put all of that work into launching it off, and when it's up there, I'll be honest, it is quite easy actually. It is, I'll put it out there, it's quite easy. Okay, so the big question, let's answer it. How much money, how much revenue, and how much profit did I make in that first year? Looking at these figures, because they're split between two marketplaces, and I'll jump in a second. We've got $440,000 revenue at a profit of $140,000 also. So let's jump into my screen. I'm just going to break that down for you. This is all linked into my seller board account. So in the US, I didn't start selling until November, and I've just done one whole year with that. So it's almost 300,000 in sales. Net profit is close to 100,000. What you can see is later on, I actually started to sell into Canada. It's quite a nominal figure in comparison to the US. And I began on Amazon UK. So forgive me slightly because there is a bit of an overlap. It's not a straight 12 months. It's when I started. So I started here in about September and run that for a year. We're looking at 127K and 37,000 of that is a net profit. I've put the dollar amounts up here. So it's about $150,000 and then profit 45. I've also commented on my biggest day. So I can tie this into some of the problems I had. Essentially, inventory in this period with new product releases on Amazon was restricted. So they had limits of up to, I think in Canada was bananas, it was 50 pieces. In the US and the UK, it was 200 pieces. So we had to kind of time and ship in and not go out of stock, which I did multiple times, and that hurts the ranking. So you'll see there's some quite strange figures here where it's almost like, so here on the 11th and the 12th, the sales dip greatly. Over here in the US market, we can see there's literally one sale and then it ramps up as the stock goes back in. But on the 14th, I've noted £2,000 in sales. You can see down here that is an £800 profit. In dollars, that equates to, we got $2,400, $950 profit. On that same day in the US marketplace, I made $1,200 revenue and $650 profit. So between those two, I mean, that equates dead on to $3,600 with $1,200 profit. So a 50% margin. I mean, that's kind of mad. I mean, we're looking at that. I can zoom back out now. We're looking at that, and that is over $1 million easily on the revenue side. Something I'd really like to do is paint a picture for you that this isn't impossible. These results aren't even that wild. The idea of launching 3 products, okay, into 3 marketplaces, close to what I'd done there, and then just to sell 10 units every day of each product in each marketplace. If you can sell 90 units at a product price of $20 or $30, you'd be looking at $1,800 or $2,700. $2,700 is a tiny bit short of your 1 million a year target. That's all it takes. 3 products, 3 marketplaces, 10 sales every day. Now, I could go on and talk about the mistakes, the hurdles, the issues, all the problems I faced. Quite frankly, I'm still facing them. I lost my product, 2 products in fact, in May last year. I still don't have them back. They still haven't been reinstated. I've spent tens of thousands on technical documentation, on safety, on compliance, on testing. This is why I mentioned earlier, it's really important to detach yourself and scale horizontally. For me, I don't regret trying to double down on it, but if I'd have launched a 3rd product a year back, I'd probably also be in a very different position and less of a stressful position. You will face the same things I'm facing and every other seller faces. You will have hijackers that try to jump on your listing, sell counterfeit products. You'll have bad actors. You'll have 1-star reviews. But there are limitations to Amazon, and it's just, you have to reach a point where you accept that. You don't get any customer lists. You get very little opportunity to even converse with your customer. So I think just push some of those to one side. And I will say what's really important is to spend time understanding Amazon's policies about what's right and what's wrong, what you can sell, what you can't sell, and what you need to sell if you're looking at a certain product to sell it. That's the mistake I made. I went in gung-ho, I went in blindly, and I then found out that there was a lot more than what meets the eye to trying to sell in a certain category. So overall, look, there is many hurdles depending on the product and the category. Look into them when you're doing the product in that category. But for now, don't worry too much about that sort of thing. And let's spend more time. Let me share some absolute gems, some nuggets that are more important that will get you started on your journey. A lot of these pros, a lot of these cons, or sorry, I should say a lot of these issues come further down the line anyway. Okay, let's talk about the tips to help you succeed. I want to share some nuggets that I don't think really get talked about so often. Number 1, get the right product. Spend time developing, researching, doing the right thing. Believe me, it's an uphill battle that you don't want to put yourself through if you've got the wrong product. The PPC will be extremely expensive. You just won't rank. And when you force it and force it and force it, nothing seems to work. You'll lose money. You'll hemorrhage money. You'll have stock that doesn't move, that sits and doesn't sell. And try to picture this. You're going to try and outrank someone that has a better product with more reviews, with more rank history, and better sales velocity. You won't really be able to outpace them unless you've got the fundamentals, which is a good product that provides great value to that customer. Start with that. You have all of the tools available. I'll link the tool that I use that's been in some other videos. It's Helium 10. That will allow you to scrape reviews. You can dive into the competition. You can do this anyway. Look at what they're selling, at what they're selling it for, what the reviews say, what are the questions and what are the answers? What do people want? This is how you can sculpt a listing that answers all objections and questions before you even launch that product and get moving. The second tip is pick a great hero image. Your main image is everything. I know this from 10 years worth of experience in e-commerce across Facebook, TikTok, Google, Shopify, different brands, all the platforms. And as I came into Amazon using a lot of what I'd learned already, it all fell into place and made sense. You're just trying to win the click. When someone is scrolling, they've typed in AA batteries or whatever it is, and they're coming down, or it's a little hand-woven basket. If your image jumps out at them, it has to be compliant, of course, but if it jumps out, if it looks great, if the packaging is great on there, whatever it is, if you win that click, that's the most important part of getting traffic onto your product page. From there, conversion rates are 10 to 40%, maybe more if it's a branded search query. It's quite frankly ridiculous how high the conversion rate is on Amazon. All right, number 3, get the right tools. You need the right tools to understand probably the most important thing on Amazon, and that is keywords. You need to understand what people are searching for, how much search volume there is, how much competition there is, what those search terms mean. You must get a grasp of the relevance of these search terms, keywords to your product. And from there, you need to build a listing that incorporates these keywords, which allows you to index, which means when someone searches, Amazon is aware that your product is the right fit for this consumer, so you will show up. Keywords, hero image, and the right product. These 3 are big tenets on Amazon. If you can get them right, and if you can use the tools to get them right, then you're going to win. You're going to do well. So there we have it. Let's wrap up this video. I really appreciate you sticking with me to the end. I've enjoyed sharing some transparency and results, a little bit of my feedback, but most importantly, imparting a little bit of knowledge that may help you in your steps towards taking that very first step on Amazon. And if it has been a help, please hit that like button. Please comment. I really want to hear from you. Where's your mindset? Where's your head at? Where are you in your journey on Amazon or in any entrepreneurial endeavor? I promise I'll do my best to reply personally back to every single comment. So please go ahead, comment, subscribe, and until the next one, I'll see you then.